in terms of PBS, one of the things we always like to think about is the mental capacity of somebody. The Mental Capacity Act is a fantastic piece of legislation that really gives people we support that power and empowerment over choice and be able to make their own decisions. And I think there is a lot of education in terms of not just the health and social care world, but the wider part of the whole country. Because I think people still assume that you either have capacity or you don't. Like you get this big rubber stamp, like you have capacity or you don't have capacity. But it's a much more about capacity as an individual thing. You can have capacity in some areas, like maybe around finances, but you might not have capacity around where you can live. And that's what's so great about it. And it's obviously anyone over the age of 16, you can put together a mental capacity assessment and just make sure that we're putting that person at the center of their decision making. And of course, if people don't have capacity over some things, we may have to go to a best interest decision. But that would be involving social workers, family members, support workers, anyone that can advocate for them. And we're always looking at doing what's the best thing for that person. And of course, if we're putting any restrictions in place, it's always the least restrictive thing we can possibly do, because we always want to make sure that we limit or reduce restrictions over time, because too many restrictions normally leads to a lower quality of life. And we're all about empowering people and giving people the rights that they deserve and they're entitled to make these own decisions, even if they are considered unwise decisions. Like the whole idea of drinking or gambling could be a real big no-no to some people, but if they have the capacity, what stops them from doing it compared to anybody else? In society, people drink and people gamble and people smoke. It's no different for people with learning disabilities. If they have the capacity to understand it, why are we denying that? It's a basic human right, a lot of these things. And that choice is what's so good about the Mental Capacity Act. You can empower people to be involved in the decision-making process.